I'd like to share with you a consultation and an inspection, and from what I see here, I'm going to go do some work on this tree that I think you'll enjoy watching. This is a liquid amber tree. It's from the outside it doesn't look too bad, and if you look at the foliage, I'll show you the foliage in a bit here, the foliage looks pretty good. But there are some things going on with this tree that have caused me some alarm. So, I mean, the bark is all loose around the front. It's got ants coming out all over the place. I can hear a lot of stuff going on. So I've spoken to the client and I've indicated that this tree should go. They're not too happy about that, but they recognize that it is a hazard or a potential hazard. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to open up this area and take all this bark off so that I can better evaluate just how bad this is. If it's really bad, then they're going to want to get this tree out of here sooner. So this will do two things. This will give me information on the extent of the decay, but it'll also allow me to make a better decision. Now I have to tell the client that it's going to be ugly. It's going to be really ugly. Right now it still looks like a presentable trunk. As soon as I pull this off, it's going to look like hell. So I brought a garbage can out here. I'm going to peel off all the bark. I'll let you watch this and we'll take a look at it and find out together. Okay. I'm up to, let's see, I'm 6'4", so I'm up at about the 5-foot level on this trunk, and I'm still finding lots of loose bark. I'm also finding a very significant crack, and a crack that runs this way. Whoa, boy. I want to show you that. Let's get over here. Look at that close. Look at that. Those are carpenter ants. And do they bite? Okay, so you might ask, why is this tree still alive? Well, there are areas, passageways of active tissue that's going up into the tree that's keeping the foliage up there. But as you'll see when I show you the foliage, the foliage is only about 50%. It's not as full. There's some areas that are really dark green and really nice, and up the canopy looking straight up, it is very, very sparse. So when you see a tree that is losing foliage, or if there's a loss of foliage in such a way that you think, something must be wrong, take a deeper look. So here's what we got. We've got some active cambium tissue curling over on this side over here. We've got a massive ant nest of the small ants. I don't know what kind those are. I think they're the Egyptian ants or something like that. Somebody out there knows for sure. And on this side, we've got the huge carpenter ants. At the base of the tree, I believe there's termites. I don't see any termites yet, but the colonies down the base, they look like subterranean termites to me. Could be the carpenter ants as well. But this is what I showed you over on this side was the active nest over here. So this right here, once you have horizontal cracking going on, that's something to worry about. And I see that horizontal cracking coming up and over here. That means there's a weakness going across here that may be just more than we want to tolerate. So, like I said, I'm not hurting the tree, but I'm certainly making it look ugly. All of this dead, decaying wood is habitat for the ants, and the ants are always going to be there. You can take the habitat out and they'll still come back and move into the new decaying wood as it goes. So there really is not a way to remedy this. Wow, that's amazing. I found more worms in here. It's like as I get into it, it's like the colony, the caverns, it's beautiful, actually, beautiful. Wow, these little guys are not happy at all. And I'm getting ants everywhere. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to get my blower out and I'm going to blow all these ants away to kind of lessen the impact on me. Okay, now maybe you can ask me, why did I blow them off and not spray them with insecticide? Well, I'm working on this area. I don't want to be touching poison. I don't want to be breathing the poison. You know, I can deal with the ants, sort of. You know, they're crawling all over me and I'm getting them off, but if I can get the majority of them out of the way, that minimizes them going up my pants. So frankly, it's more about my comfort, you know, for blowing away the majority of the ants. And boy, they're everywhere. It's quite a mess. So I'm going to keep digging now. Okay, part of this procedure is a root crown inspection. And this is difficult because even though I blew the ants away, they're coming out by the millions, and just standing here, I've got them growing up here, but I have to inspect those ants off the pry bar. But you'll see down here, this is further around, there's a good percentage of the tree that has basal crown rot right at the base of the tree. And there's spots that it goes in quite a ways. So now I'm not weakening the tree at all. Remember, this is already weak. This is already decayed. This is already defunct. So there's some sound tissue over here. This far side over on this area is sound. So the tree is probably better than 50% rotted all the way around. And this decay goes back up in here. So while I see some active cambium tissue in the upper area here, down below it's leading up into it, going back into there. Okay, now I can stop at any point. I can say, yep, it's pretty rotten. I can quantify my decision based upon what I see so far. It's bad. It's really bad. And as I dig deeper, brave these ants, there's just colonies, there's canals, there's passageways that open themselves up all the way around the tree. But the outside looks intact. That's why thumping a tree tells you so much. It's hard to do it through the bark because the bark sometimes insulates it. But you still can learn a lot just by thumping with a mallet. Yeah. Yeah. We got quite a crack in here. Okay, well, I'm getting eaten alive. They're up in my pants. Oh, I just got bit on the face. I'm all over the place. So I told the customer I'd clean this mess up, but you know what? I'm gonna let him spray this down before I do anything, because it's I'm just getting bit by so many of these ants. So you can see a before and after from start to opening it up. And it's very clear now just how decayed this tree is. And I haven't even dug into the weaknesses. I haven't even gone back in there. So it's very likely that this tree is at least 50% compromised. The buttress of the tree roots, all of those roots, they're rotted from way over here, all the way around underneath that area, all the way over to here. And I haven't even looked at this side. One additional thing to pay attention to is on a liquid amber there is a trunk canker disease that shows itself with the pitch oozing out of the bark. And you can see right there, there's some fresh pitch. See that? And it's going all the way up. That's an indicator that this trunk canker disease is getting into the system of the tree. This is the mushroom that I was talking about. Hopefully you can see that. And there's a lot of them. They're growing through a lot of the cracks on one whole side of the tree. So the mycelium is infiltrating into this part of the tree, leaving it an opening for insects to get in next, and before you know it, the tree is gone. Now let me show you a distant shot from back further so you can see what the foliage of the tree looks like. Now let's go up right now.